Morning, everybody. Skyway Trader here. We're November 5th, 2025. Doing another session, and yeah, let's get into it, okay? We already had market open, um, so I'm gonna do MNQ here first. Usually, like I said, I do analysis on NQ, um, but you know what? Just do NQ. Do that. I can do it on GC too. So NQ, GC, oil. And we'll kind of switch to MNQ and why don't I do this? I can do the layout like that. These will be MNQ and MGC to execute off of. All right, let's start here. So, so we came into the New York opening gap. Last week's New York opening gap, we are respecting. We basically took all like repriced all this imbalance here, and we're respecting this daily order block. And so we swept previous day's low. So lots of sell side that we've kind of hit here. And I think now we're gonna start seeing price climb up. Um, so let me just quickly do this. My current draw on liquidity. Well, we're kind of consolidating on the 4 hour, so it makes it tougher for bias. We have this new day opening gap right within this new week opening gap. It looks like, yeah, we've been basically consolidating. We swept and then we kind of consolidated. I'm still bullish. I'm just looking for hopefully maybe a 4 hour close above the new day opening gap. If we can do that, then my draw on liquidity would be this high right here. Let's see. All right. So I'll just add that in there. Oh, I see. I'm making a mess here. Okay. 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 All right, let's go GC. So kind of been on a downward trend. Um, we've got these lows down here. Price has swept the previous day low and is showing bullish uh bullish momentum here. We're coming up into this. I don't feel like we're technically fighting against the current trend though. On the daily, we are respecting SIBIs. And we haven't really swept major liquidity quite yet. So I mean, we are also interacting with this bullish BSC here as well. So yeah, I mean, could be viewed either way. We had a pretty good sweep down here, and we were reacting off of this civvy and this BSC. So we're basically in trapped order flow. See, we had a sweep down here, previous day's low, and we have created a 4-hour BSC here. Struck this high, this 4-hour candle came down, but we did not, and created this 4-hour. We did not reprice it. There's another 4-hour SIBI here, which we are again kind of holding as well. So again, trapped order flow within trapped order flow. Trying to avoid that. Yeah, so it could be bouncing between two PD arrays. If I want to be bullish and say that this is my draw on liquidity right here, I need to see a close above that 4-hour SIBI. So technically undetermined, I'm just gonna say trapped order flow, possible 4-hour high. All right, we'll leave that there. All right, oil. So oil made this huge inverse here. So I'm higher time frame, I'm bullish, but the way that price is behaving, it's kind of just consolidating. So it's trapped order flow again, right? We took out this high, um, and we've got this new day opening gap that's just basically been supporting price, and I thought we were going off of that. We caught longs this day, but then ever since we swept the high, came lower, came lower, and then we swept the previous day's high again, and now we're heading lower. So it looks like we're bearish, aiming for this low. So I'd be targeting previous day's low currently. I need lower time frame support for that idea, but there's not a lot of room to go. Maybe 20 cents ish. Um, there's a bearish PD array right here in the 4-hour, or bearish civvy, or potentially an order block right there. But I mean, we are respecting bearish PD arrays on the 4-hour. That's basically all I can say. So the next thing I would want price to do is do this sweep and then maybe go higher. There's these lows here as well. That could be a potential target. So that would be great if we can get both. Previous week's low, I think, actually. So we can do that. Oh, darn it. So if we can get these two, that would be a good draw. Um, so for now, let's be biased. All right. So now I'm gonna go for 1 minute reset. So much here. Don't need any of this stuff. So it looks like we're climbing. And it looks like, I mean, we've got 11 minutes, but we could be closing above that. Um, a new day opening gap, but also running into another imbalance. Mm, yeah, there's an imbalance here. So we are technically entering macro time two. Swept lows. This low here. We kind of came into this imbalance. Nice sweep. Came off this busy here. Definitely bullish here. There is a 1 hour civvy here. We're about 60 points away. Price is moving pretty fast. Our target. So this is 684.75. $685 here. RMQ. Just tick. Um, and then 4 hour high up here. Right now, this seems the clearest. Um, Still trapped here. And I mean, this is also pretty clear. Back to the Harley. Yeah, pretty strong move. Inverse up here. Just haven't hit this low yet. This could give us a move too. I mean, just with everything, like ideally, we see a pullback and then a continuation. But especially here, prices moving pretty quickly. So I'm not sure if we're going to get an ideal situation like that. If we close above this new day opening gap, if we came back and kind of tap back in, that would be awesome. And then went higher. The price is just racing to liquidity right now. I feel like the move kind of happened. or is already happening? Midnight price is over here. 9:30 is over here. Yeah, so we're above both. But I mean, this is, clearly like switch and order flow. Sorry, myself. Just move it. And this just took off. Yeah, so this may already be like too hard to get a position on. That sucks. This guy's pulling back. If there's any news. Okay, 1 hour is hit. With a move like that, I can also you can imagine that price probably just kind of stagnates from here on forward. We do have 10 a.m. news. It is red folder. It's ISM manufacturing PMI. So we'll see what comes out of that. But yeah, we just had a pretty rocket move, and we hit our first buy side target. There it is. So still respecting SIBI. So could you see a bearish reversal? And then Q, let me see this. This is what I really need to look at right now. And also pay attention to ES as well. There could be SMT. Okay, so swept the data low. Let me see where ES is at. ES also took data low. ES doesn't have a data high. They're looking very different. Okay, right. So here's a bearish fair value gap created. We swept data low. Never mind. So let's wait. So price is pulling back. My bias is bullish still. Now I'm aiming for this data high and then the 4 hour high after that, if possible. But data high is the immediate draw on liquidity. See what's up here. We're still hanging out. See what oil has done so far. I'm totally bearish on oil now. So here's 955. There's 958. We're about to create this small, very tiny bearish fair value. Yeah, there's our bullish turn. Didn't quite make it 50%, but bullish fair value gap formed here. The inverse is known. Yeah, this is going to be it right there. Data high, take profit number one, risk 6 contracts. Interacting here. You got to reduce price. Okay. So if this holds, great. Um, I'm basically in a half price-ish and normal risk. I don't feel like it's gonna hold though. Yeah, it's too early. Okay, holding. Here's our busy. Me take. I'll take 3 off as soon as we hit data high. I don't know quite where. So close. Okay. Okay. So, and my 4-hour high is at 25,893. 25,889. That's pretty high. Oh, there it is. I was like, I thought I marked it out. There. All right, let's see how it goes. So it was a 1 to 1.5-ish. Actually, it was better than that because technically I got it right around here. 3. But my risk was like what? Maybe like $150 or something like that. Not like in the pullback. It's pretty strong. It's coming back into this busy. Can we react and go higher? Hmm. This is one of my like it irks, right? Like you have a clear like bullish bias, but price like pulls all the way back. I mean, this is technically the level that you like because this is not significant. No high was created off of this. This created the high. This is the level that it should support. So, but I'm more than likely going to get stopped out here. This is like one of those times you're like, you wish just took all of it. But it is what it is. Actually, it happens more often than not to me. And I probably should just be like, take it all off and be done. Let's see what the potentials are. We took highs, this low. We could be aiming for lows. We'll see. All right, let me check out the other oil going higher. So we're tracing back to 50%. We take this low. We didn't take the previous day's low yet. And GC is basically trapped in order flow here. All right, so I just got stopped out there. Let me see what kind of prices are looking like. 15-minute, 5-minute. So basically kind of like consolidating 10 o'clock, pulled back into this BISI, expanded, took data high. Now we're kind of bouncing back and forth. We are inversing this to the downside after taking data high. That's a pretty big deal. We could be retracing. Looks like oil is strongly dropping and inversing this imbalance here, creating a bit C here. Let's see what the risk would be. Probably do like one contract. Yeah, two contracts work. But we're not at 50%. So that's why I'm not doing two. But totally doable. Those are executions. Well, I can hide those right now. Okay, I'm in here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that price action here is not looking great after the news drop, right? I need a retracement to get involved. I need clear to price action now to be involved. Looks like we are dropping. I no longer think this 4-hour high is our draw. I don't think it's going to get up there today. If anything, I just aim for, I'd be hoping that our current high of day would be their draw, current draw now. At a high and at a low, I've been swept. Don't need those anymore. This is inaccurate. 50% there. This is yes, right? These 5 drawings. Let's do, so that's our current 50%. So as soon as ES or NQ hit 50%, that makes sense to try to go along. We have SMT right now. This is responding pretty well. Create another SIBI. I'll add and reduce risk. You have SMT here, but again, this move can be gassed already. I don't like the price action. So here, what I'll do is I'm gonna put a limit order here to sell, and then I'm gonna reduce my risk here. I don't want to come back here anymore. So if I get tagged, great. If I don't, whatever. I'm gonna change this to 2. Because if it does come back up here, it will have triggered this limit. Now I wonder though, should I give it the room to breathe because it could come back up here? Okay, I'll do that. I imagine my risk is going to be way higher than I want though. Let me just estimate. So technically here at our risk, it's 80 bucks. We're probably still going to be in the 100 something, maybe 200. That'll be okay. I'll calculate it as soon as it's there and I'll add it to this. Logging it. Okay, so that is roughly, it's like in the middle somewhere. I'm just gonna over it and see what our new risk is now. 220. Not bad. Might wipe away my all my profits, but let's see. Usually I like to see these things run almost immediately. Oil is taking its time. Mm. Here we go. It's a nice drop. Neither hit 50% though. Yes, there's yes, hit 50%. All right. Nice inverse. And we created a busy there. Looks like we're going. What's my risk here? Oh, 50. This is not penny. And this is going without me. All right, let's set that. Pulls back, I'll get in. Not, don't. That would be ideal right there. Man, come on. Pull back. Look at our time frames real quick. 1 minute. Looks like I'm gonna be doing this. Something like that. And that. This is running against me now. Every bit of me is like fighting, chasing this. Don't want to chase it. I'd really like this to go to stay forever. All right, I'm in here. But this is not wanting to go. I mean, I'm fully aware that you can sweep here, go, hopefully go down from there, but there's stops here. So there's that possibility that it wants to go up here first and then go down. And it could be also, let me move this over here because it's really, there's this imbalance here. Excuse me. Which has now been inversed, yeah. So we'll close above. This kind of my like final straw right here. Don't, if we kind of don't respect this to go lower, and I can see an opportunity, I'll kill the trade early. I know I always end up regretting doing that, but this is kind of what we're dealing with. Want this to be respected, but okay, so we've created highs, relative equal highs now. We just hit the current high, swept it. Relative equal highs created. Let's go, yeah, or in Q, come on. I hope we haven't like turned into like a seek and destroy mode. Completely possible. Yeah, I think I just should have taken those profits, just like I said I would. Uh, oh, okay. Well, come on, oil. If you're gonna go, go. Don't like, that sucks. That is, Oh man, triple highs. That's unfortunate. That's just and this is also going against me. We are disrespect. We just created an inverse up here after creating the high. We're taking the high again. Okay. I really want to see respect here. Or Wicks do damage. Uh, all right. That's a bummer. Not seeing that force and momentum towards the upside here either. Oh man, I'm bummed out. Well, positive is that I was considering putting my stop above here, so I'm glad I didn't do that. Um, Looking back on NQ here, we're struggling to get through this balanced price range. Push, push, push. These are relatively equal lows now. What's the high here? The high 60.33. So that's relatively equal highs too. All right. Um, I definitely do not want price to come back here. I don't like to do this, but I am. Oh, please don't turn around while I'm trying to do something. I'm just gonna check where I'm at on the day. Still up, but it's heavily on this right here. Oh my God. So it's not holding the balance price action. I think I'm gonna close because I think we could see a retracement. If we can get back above here, then I'll leave it. Come on, what's above? All right, I'll leave it. It is what it is. I hold built. That's all I can say. But this is kind of fear-based trading now. So my psyche is obviously waning, um, and I'm not, I'm not going to open any more positions because uh, I'm not thinking right anymore. There's a lot of liquidity up here. So at least I can do is, I mean, I can just take two here. That'll secure like 150, and then we can aim for the 4 hour high if it wants to go. Great. If it doesn't, it is what it is. It's not 150. It's gonna be like two per 125 or something like that. Not the haul I was hoping for, but just I can check for my open price. 25671. We're open at 256725. There. From there, if I bring this down to here, 2 to 1, what's that? That's 400. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna make it up there. Again, we're consolidating. I think we're gonna like lower, take these lows again, and then we're gonna go higher. That's what's happening. If I really want to stick this out properly, I need to put my stop down here below this imbalance, let it play out. What's my risk? My risk is 163. It's not bad, but I just know how it's gonna. It wicks do the damage. So if it wicks through and then goes up, I'm also done. It really is not a good place to be in right now. So I could take profit as it is right now and risk it running higher. Or if I take profit and then pulls back, I can re-enter. And with that, I feel like I'm just overcomplicating the whole situation. Mhm. Yeah, it's like face facts, right? We did sweep highs here. Never mind. You must not shut. Oil took the highs. Go up this high. And here goes a yes. Or I mean NQ. Come on, stay up. Oh man, don't do it. Slow on pushing the button. All right, I'm out. I can't do it. I was hoping, oh man, I was hoping to take like a profit and I just resisted or I hesitated. Come on, pump one more time. It's not gonna pump one more time. And this is the reason why, like, when you first set a target, you just leave it because it's like you don't know, you don't know what price is gonna do. Like, I mean, that's not true. That's not what I'm trying to say. Like, once that target is hit, everything shifts. Like the bias and all that stuff changes. Like, I feel like this is gonna be a grind up. Like, should be a grind up, but like, who knows if it wants to just and then go higher. Like this. I should recognize that. I mean, I knew it as soon as it happened. That when it didn't, I was hoping that it would close here, but it ended up closing up here. And then it formed this Bissy within the city. Should have known it was no higher. Technically, I could have won this. We just took this high. Yeah. We haven't hit 50% yet. Stop. 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 Come on. Valid here. Just, yeah, tapped in 50%. Stop be able to rest easy. Okay, there. SMT. So there's SMT right here with the S. There's also SMT at the bottom now with the S. No more SMT on the bottom. And we're creating a city here in the next 25 seconds. We'll just hit equilibrium. Created the city here. Come on, pull back in. Okay. I knew it. Okay. It's obvious that we're going lower, so it's going to take profits. Yeah. ES maintained its civvy. I thought it was going to inverse with NQ here, but didn't do that. And close it. I'm not feeling, I mean, the winning trade, but I just did not like how I executed here. Like, you know what though? Let's talk about positives, right? I maintained risk management throughout my trading session. So no over leveraging. I didn't chase any positions. I waited for price to come to where I would be willing to take the trade. That's awesome. Um, and with all that, I still finish profitable in the day. So, you know, I can't ask for more than that. Like price is going to do what price is going to do. But I think what I really need to get through my head is the small targets, like just taking this move twice. Like I got when we dropped data, what was it? Right here. I took this move. Had I taken profits at data high, boom, like that would have been big enough win. And then yeah, I took a loss on oil, right? But like, had I done it again here, just as I was anticipating, I was said, I don't think we're going to hit that 4 hour high. I said it, and yet I held out for it anyways. And price was actually really forgiving because it went up there a few times for me to be like, okay, well, let me just take the profit instead of just taking it all off right off the bat and just being satisfied with that small move. Had I done that like right off the bat, I would have been in a really good place today. So I think that's like I'm starting to see that more and more. Like actually not even starting. I've been seeing it for a while. It's one of the things I'm battling with like constantly. Um, but just being able to just talk it through here, like I think I should just make these like definitive targets. My just get out. I think one of the reasons why I'm convincing myself out is sometimes the RR is not great. And this RR 2.45 to 1, that's perfect. Like that, you can't beat that. But this is actually inaccurate because that's like as high as it went. It's here, 1.7. That's what it should have been. And that's okay. Like I know it's not ideal, but it's better than what I just did, I think. It's not like I could have had a higher profit if I just took off what I need to take off at, where I was going to take it off at. And whether it goes beyond that or not, that's what price is going to do, right? But that's like a draw on liquidity doesn't mean target. And that's where I'm kind of mixing the two up. I'm treating it as a target. Let's just quickly measure this out. So now we're looking at this range, which we tap into the 50%. We're in 50% here on an ES as well, but this price action is not great. And where are we in terms of time? We're about to hit 11. So how do we look like? Bullish. Respecting this SIBI, still in the 1 hour. Another reason to be cautious, right? In order to get through this, we need to see a close above in 41 seconds. No, to a minute and 41 seconds. And oil doesn't show signs of coming lower. This is a significant level now. This is also significant. Oh, look at that. Let's learn here. And it looks like we're gonna not inverse, but come really close. Bullish as I am, I mean, I would take this as a reason to go, but or even this right here. If we respect, which we are. But above midnight open price. All right, we're in here. Disrespected. I'm not putting a risk if I do this. 160 again. Let's just do two. This will probably be my last thing to do. And I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna hold this. And if it knocks me out, it knocks me out. Um, but I do want to go short from here. I just thought maybe it was a kind of a purge, but if it's not, it's fine. I'll wait for this. Oh, man. So if this does end up falling, these are resistance points, which I'm anticipating resistance. If I had more contracts on, I'd take profits. Um, if we create a SIBI here, I'll add. That way I have a little bit of give in terms of like taking from a position. Not creating a SIBI. A lot of confluences here, though, right? We got a breaker. We got OTE. We have to draw on liquidity below us. Okay, added one more here. So this is original position. So it's new position. Current risk 180. I think it's basically everything. And I'm gonna take one right here. Not even mess around. Hope it gets there. Did get inverse, but we are reacting. I mean, this entire thing is an imbalance, so maybe it's not really quite inverse. Let's see. Let's do that. Yeah, or we're reacting off the mean threshold of this BISI, which I'm just gonna hold like that, I guess. So it could be like a 2 minute. Not even. 3 minute. Not even. All right, well, bodies are respecting the BISI. But do this. This got it first, right? And then we have another one right here, like that. like that. Relative equal highs. Nope, never mind. That's a very good sign. All right, one more. Okay, here's 3. My new risk is there. Just keep it here. Or, I'm sorry, there. Need the body of this candle to respect this BISI. I really can't. I don't want it to close above. All right, risk 210. It did not. It closed above. Not a good sign for me. I'm taking 2 off here. Beautiful. All right. The rest is running. We'll see how it goes. Awesome trade. Yeah, I'm aiming for this, whatever this wick was. Hoping, and I think it's data, some kind of oil data, but yeah, I mean, there's plenty of liquidity below it. Ideally, we get it. Current risk is 140. Um, let's make it 80. Yeah, 100, which will end up being 80 or 100 anyways because of the fact that there's slippage. All right, cool. Um, great day. I mean, that was a really nice trade. I'm glad I took it. A little bit outside of the window that I usually trade, but still glad I did it because of just the confluences that were here. Um, yeah, again, managed risk really well. Um, managed positions. I mean, fear was creeping in for sure, and I need to. That what happens is like when I get to rewatch these videos. it definitely helps me reflect on what I could be doing differently. Um, and just my mindset in general, like what's happening. So in that case, like I hopefully the I aim is just to improve little by little over time, one step forward every day, right? So yeah, about 14R if it goes. See. But I'm gonna leave the stream here, so or not stream, the recording here. See you guys on the next time.